Greetings once again, and this is going to be a very brief video too. So, some time ago I revealed the holy grail of calculus, which is basically this identity that comes from my historic geometric theorem. It says that the slope on the left-hand side of a non-parallel secant line anchored at x is equal to the slope of the tangent line plus the difference, whatever the difference between the tangent line and the non-parallel secant line is. And from this identity, by the way, both the derivative and the integral are defined. So geometrically, this is what it means. Q of xh is this distance here, and this distance over h, and f prime of x is this green distance over h. And when you add them together, you get the slope of the non-parallel secant line. It's as simple as that. To define the derivative, all we have to do is rearrange the formula and have f prime of x on this side and the rest on the other side, and that's the definition of the derivative. And of course the arithmetic mean is given by f prime of x plus q of xh, which is the right hand side of the formula. And if we multiply it by h, as was generally defined by myself for area, that is, I defined area to be a product of two level magnitudes, incorrectly known as arithmetic means, we get the definite integral. And of course, both q of xh and f of x are constant, So the utter cranks in mainstream academia think that they can keep f prime of x constant and vary these so that this left-hand side becomes equal to f prime of x, which it never does, by the way. Incidentally, there was something really incredibly laughable which was brought to my attention by some morons on Sci.Math, and it's the fundamental increment lemma. I've written some comments here on the talk page, and you can look at them, but this article here is such a load of bullshit. Of course, it makes no sense at all, and because it's defined in terms of limits, it's wrong, because even if phi of h were the same as phi of x and h, because that's what it means, this is actually wrong, because phi must be a function of x and h, not only h. But these incredible idiots of the mainstream don't know anything. So and of course, pointing this thing out to the morons of the big stupid, which is mainstream mathematics academia, doesn't make any difference at all, So they'll continue to publish their crap, and they're in dire straits right now because they hate it that I have exposed their stupidity and their grand ignorance, and they're trying to come up with something that they think they came up with first. So they're trying to somehow figure a way to say that the Holy Grail was something they knew about already. Well, if they did, then how come they didn't know how to define the integral this way, as I have here? Because they didn't know, by the way. Okay? So they're trying to destroy me, of course, as they have been for the past few decades. But the proof of the Historic Geometric Theorem is here, and I'll place a link to it in the details section. Goodbye.